but this is an important issue for me, as you guys know. So I'm thankful you're here. Thankful that these press people have come out, and Councilman Henry Nixon. He knows how our young people are important to me in this community, and to both of us. Obviously, we're concerned about the homelessness among everyone. So thank you. Excuse me. And thank you to Queen and Deb, holding things down. We appreciate you joining us here today. Do you want them up here yet, Aquina, or no? Okay. Thank you all for joining us here today as we bring awareness to the unfortunate reality of unaccompanied homeless young people and their families in our community, in our York, while recognizing the week of November the 2nd through the 6th as Pennsylvania's Education for Youth Experiencing Homelessness Week. We shouldn't have that week, should we? Awareness is good, but still. Thank you to Ms. Sonia and her team of one. Region 3, the coordinator for that, for Pennsylvania's Children and Youth Experiencing Homelessness, for your selfless acts while working in the trenches all the time to ensure that our young people experiencing homelessness have a trusting, tangible, and valuable resource to go to in their time of need. Thank you both very, very much. I strongly encourage, and I think you both know it, I've made a little noise about this, our schools, human service organizations, community organizations, and public-private organizations to take active notice to our youth that are oftentimes left on their own, sleeping in vehicles, abandoned homes, or couch surfing, which is sleeping on the couches or floors of friends and relatives, not having a place to call their home or their own. We must join together as a community at the community's table to bring awareness while avidly working to develop a solution and ensuring that our youth have a safe and happy place to call home while receiving the education that they deserve. They're not thinking about school if they're thinking about where they're going to sleep tonight. So in a show of solidarity to our children experiencing homelessness and their educators that work diligently to meet their needs the best way possible, I invite Yorkers to join me in wearing red on Friday, November the 6th, for Red Shirt Day, and begin to have the much-needed conversation to put an end to the homelessness of our young people. We're going to keep this dialogue going. We're in some planning stages of an event real early, so I'm not going to say much more than that, but thank you both for what you do. And it gives me great pleasure to present this proclamation to Sonia Pitsey in recognition of Pennsylvania Education for Youth Experiencing Homelessness Week, Awareness Week. It is a long proclamation, very deserving though, but I want to read a couple pieces of it. Whereas there are limited resources, and we all know that, available to youth experiencing homelessness, including the shortage of affordable housing for displaced minors, and whereas homeless assistance service providers, as well as community service opportunities for students and school service organizations need public support. They need us all speaking about this issue. And whereas there is still a dire need for additional resources to assist students experiencing homelessness to attend school and be successful, including the basic needs of food, clothing, and educational supplies. And whereas the purpose of Pennsylvania Education for Youth Experiencing Homelessness Awareness Week is to encourage schools, communities, and individuals to plan for and support assistance programs for youth experiencing homelessness as they look to complete their education. Now, therefore, I, C.Kim Bracey, Mayor of the City of York, do hereby proclaim the week of November the 2nd through the 6th of November as Pennsylvania Education for Youth Experiencing Homelessness Awareness Week, and November 6th as Red Shirt Day in the City of York, and urge all citizens to recognize that education is key to preventing future homelessness and to support youth that are experiencing homelessness in our community. Given under my hand and seal, the City of York, we did this back then a little bit, 19th day of October in the year of our Lord, 2015. C.Kim Bracey, Mayor. Thank you again, Sonia, for all the work that you do.
Thank you so much.
We're partners in this.
Yes,
and
we are.
We will continue to address the issue.
Yes, we
Appreciate
will.
you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. do you want to say something more that we didn't already cover? We have a couple of media people that might have a question.
Just to give you a little bit of a background, this is only our third year doing Awareness Week, and Awareness Week is really important and came about because while we talk about the issue of homelessness, most of the time we talk about food, clothing, and shelter. And it's our job as educators to make sure that education also gets put on the forefront, that we can take that burden away from the parents who are dealing with getting food, clothing, and shelter. And we can make sure that these students are put into classrooms, stay in classrooms, and remove all barriers that may come into their way as they're experiencing homelessness so that they can succeed in school. Because we all know that in order to succeed in school, we need all the help we can get. And together we can work to make that happen and reduce those barriers. So that's why Awareness Week came to be about. So I really thank you all for being here and reporting on this very important issue. I know it's not one of those things that can be a sensation, but I do really appreciate anybody and everybody that's helping to give a voice to any of the students that we work with who are experiencing homelessness. And as Jason and I like to say in our region, together we can make a difference. Heck yeah, we can. Thank you. Yes.
Many people think we're talking about those children that ran away.
Correct, yes. We're actually talking about any student who's identified as homeless under the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, and that includes children who are with their families. So it's not just unaccompanied youth. And unaccompanied youth could be any student who's not in the physical custody of their legal parent or guardian, and that can be as young as 5 years old. Most of the time we think about unaccompanied youth as being teenagers and runaways who don't want to follow rules or things like that, and that's just not the case. A lot of the time we have our growing population right now is unaccompanied youth, and the unaccompanied youth population has gotten younger, but the resources that are very much lacking are for the teenage population, because the younger ones, family members or friends will step up and help those folks, but with the teenagers, it's a lot harder for those teenagers to find a stable, consistent, and safe place to stay. But we're also talking, like I said, about any student experiencing homelessness under the McKinney-Vento Education Act. You're welcome. Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.